Okay, this is going to be a short video that is going to show you how to create quizzes and tests in ATI to use as practice. Okay, so you need to be in your My ATI tab, and you want to click on the Test tab, and you want to look for the Learning System RN 3.0. Then click the Quizzes yellow tab, and then this will bring up some standard quizzes that are already created. This is where you will find the maternal newborn final quiz that you may have to use for your remediation of the ATI test. There are two other quizzes in here that you can use as practice for the OB ATI. There's also other quizzes in here for your other courses, Med-Surg, Psych, and so on. If you want to practice some more, you can create your own quizzes. And so that is this dynamic quizzes function. And if you click on adaptive quizzes or quiz by category, it will take you to the same place. So I just usually always click on adaptive quizzes. And it's going to bring you to a screen where you can create practice tests. Now, if you want ATI to create a practice test for you, you can just use this default tab. If you don't pick any specific topics, as you can see, there are topics listed from all of the courses that you take. And so if you want to customize this, you can click on what topics you want. So let's say you were going to do a Med-Surg practice test. You can pick which body systems it's going to ask you questions about, and you would choose which ones you want included. Now, if you do this default exam, it will default to test mode and 50 questions. And then you would just click this and you would take a 50 question test, and it will give you 50 minutes. ATI always defaults to 60 seconds per question. Now, if you want to create some quizzes to practice with and you want to make them more custom to you right now, you can once again just pick topics. So if we're going to do one for maternal child, we would pick the maternal newborn. You could go ahead, you can change the name of the exam. So you could say OB practice test 1, or you can put the date that you created. You can pick the difficulty level of the questions that will be included. So if you want all easy questions, moderate level, hard questions, or if you want a combination of both, you just click on all. And you can see that there are about 3,000, almost 3,000 questions in the test bank that it's going to pull questions from. There are 400 OB questions. So if you click maternal child, all levels, and then you can go down here and pick which type of test you want. A test mode or a timed test is where you will be on a specific limited time to complete the test. You can change how many seconds you are given to answer each question. I suggest maybe if you're doing a time test to practice for ATI, leave it at the 60-second default, because if you were taking a proctored test, that's how much time ATI gives you for each question. If you're using it for practice and learning, and you want to see the answers and the rationales as you're taking the test, then you can put it on study review mode, and there is no time limit. Okay? Then you can also pick how many questions you want included in your test. So you can change this. If you want to just do a quick quiz, you can change it to 10 questions or 20 questions. If you want to practice for a specific proctored ATI, you can change it to 60 questions or 75. The comprehensive ATI exam that you take during Nursing 480, which is your practicum course, that test is actually 180 questions. So you could, even when you get to that point, you can practice taking 180 questions at a time. I'm just going to default it to 10 right now. So I'm just creating, excuse me, a 10-question maternal newborn study, review mode test. Click Create Exam, and then it's going to open up the test for you. You can see that we have 10 questions. Here's my title. You can see explanations and rationales while you're taking the test if you want. And so you would just go through the exam, answer the questions, submit it at the end. It will give you a grade. You can even pause and you can resume it later if you wanted to. Okay, and so once you have created or taken the test, or if you pause it, you then, in your dashboard, it will list all of your tests that you have taken, okay? And that is how you create practice tests within ATI to use as another resource to practice for ATI, or even if you just want to review material, that's how you create your own quizzes as an additional study source.